Super excited to be here. I am live on TikTok and I'm live on YouTube. Okay, just for those of you who are wondering why I keep looking back and forth. Okay, today we're going to be talking about trauma. You guys know I love, love, love helping you guys heal. Okay, that's what it's about right now. We talk about mindset, we talk about healing, we also talk about intentional movement, right? So, intentional manifestation. So today we're specifically going to be talking about the aura and healing ourselves, the importance of our chakras, and why we need to be healing our traumas so we can transform our lives. Okay, guys? So I want you guys to come on in, get comfortable. You don't have to worry about taking notes because everything will be available on the replay for YouTube. Okay. So, first of all, let's talk about trauma. What is trauma? Trauma is anything that's going to overwhelm your nervous system. Okay. So, what's traumatic for me may not be traumatic for you. All right. We understand this. You may go through a bad divorce or a bad breakup, and that will hinder you. You may never want to date again. Right. Some people become hoarders and they get depressed and they just stay away from love for the rest of their lives. Right. And then we have some people who can experience trauma in love, right? Bad breakups, divorces, and all of that. And they're willing to go back out there and get in the dating game, right? So, what is traumatic for me is not traumatic for you. Do we understand this? Give me a thumbs up, all right? So, a lot of times we will wonder why people can't get over certain things. Well, it's because all of us are made differently and we're all experiencing this life differently, okay? So, it's very important for us to have compassion for others because they may not be able to get over things just as quickly as we are. All right. But nevertheless, we're here to talk about getting over your trauma and the importance of doing it because that unresolved trauma is getting in the way of your success, of your love life, of your lifestyle, that new life that. Thank you. That new lifestyle that you want. Okay. So it's very important that we're paying attention right now. Okay. Come on in, get comfortable, make yourself comfortable. You don't have to worry about taking notes because the replay is on YouTube. Okay. So trauma is anything that is overwhelming your nervous system. Okay. So it's a personal thing. Put it like that. It's a personal thing. All right. And so since it's a personal thing, we need to understand that it may be more difficult for people to get over certain traumas because of what it is, right? And because it's a personal journey, we let people do what they need to do. Now, when you do not resolve your trauma, that's what we need to pay attention to. What happens when you do not resolve your trauma? Okay. When you don't resolve your trauma, that trauma doesn't go anywhere. See, some people will think, oh, it's been 5 years, it's been 10 years, it'll just fade, it'll be okay. Eventually you'll get over it. That's not true. Trauma sort of goes into your being and it sits there and it festers. And then it is really affecting the decisions that you make, the choices that you make, right? The people that you want to be around. It's affecting your relationships. It's affecting your ability to succeed, right? That trauma is hindering you. It's running the show. It is running the show. Okay. And so it's stored in that subconscious mind. It's stored within the body and it's stored in the nervous system. So you don't have to think about the trauma. You don't have to think about every little trauma that you went through that you haven't resolved, right? And how it may be affecting your life. It's running the show. Put it like that. Trust me when I say this, okay? And so it's very important for us to address that trauma. Why? Why is it important for us to address the trauma that we experience, okay? And let me give you examples of trauma. Trauma is not just abuse. Trauma can be anything, again, that overwhelms your nervous system. So you can experience the pressure to perform, whether it's in school or in sports. You got that constant pressure on you, right? Your parents need you to succeed in that specific department. That, okay, can be traumatic. If you lose someone, or lose something, lose a job or anything like that, that can be traumatic, right? Of course, abuse can be traumatic. Neglect can be traumatic. All of these things can be traumatic. These are just examples, right? And so when it goes unresolved, you want to know what the statistics are saying? CDC and Kaiser Permanente are saying, right? When you let that trauma go unresolved, children are growing up and they are living 20 years less. Wow. So you mean to tell me I can develop lung cancer? I'm 3 times more likely to develop lung cancer even if I never smoked, all because of childhood trauma? Are you telling me that I'm 3 times more likely to develop heart disease? Heart disease, even if I eat healthy and work out, all because of my unresolved childhood trauma? Yes, that's what we're saying. Okay. CDC, Kaiser Permanente, and many others are saying this. Do your own research. Okay. All right. 64% of adults right now are carrying around unresolved trauma. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you are experiencing carrying around unresolved trauma for 2+ years. You had something happen to you at 7 years old and you have not yet dealt with it. Raise your hand. You had something happen to you at 18 years old. You haven't dealt with it. Raise your hand. This is making you sick. You got to get up out of that. We will get up out of it today. Okay. Do we have a deal? Type deal in the comments. Do we have a deal? You have to declare this for yourself. I'm going to get on here. I'm going to get on my whiteboard and I'm going to explain to you how that trauma is affecting your aura and how that is making you ill. It is a domino effect, okay? It's a domino effect, all right? You have to declare it for yourself, though. I can sit up here and teach you all I want to, but if you do not declare this, claim this for yourself, the healing for yourself, the healing from the anxiety, depression, overthinking, fears, worries, the healing from the chronic pain, the fatigue, the sleepless nights, and things like that. See, you have to declare it. You have to want it. You have to speak it over yourself. A lot of us are speaking negativity over our lives. We're claiming the illnesses and then we're wondering why we're not healing from it because you keep claiming it. You keep making it your own. That's the problem. Okay. So today we are deciding that we want better for ourselves. You don't have to worry about taking notes. We're live on YouTube and on TikTok. The replay will be available on YouTube. Okay, guys? So I really just need you guys to absorb this information. We're talking about how your unresolved trauma is making you sick. We're talking about your unresolved trauma, how it's making you ill. It's getting in the way of your love life. It's getting in the way of your success. It's getting in the way of your lifestyle, your health, your mental health, all of it. Okay, so we're getting up out of that today. All right, let me turn this whiteboard around so you guys can see. All right, I'm going to get right here. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, we do not talk about it enough how our bodies, we have chakras. Okay, we have chakras within, right, that we need to be paying attention to. How many of you guys have been taught about chakras? Raise your hand. If you have been taught about chakras, maybe in school or somewhere, raise your hand, okay? If you do not know about chakras, give me a thumbs up, okay? If you do not know about chakras, give me a thumbs up, okay? All right? I want to know, okay, how many of you guys are already knowledgeable about chakras, okay? And I want to explain to you the importance of being knowledgeable about chakras, okay? Your chakras are here. They're listed right here. If you guys want to take a screenshot, please take a screenshot. Make sure that you guys are sharing this live, okay? Make sure that you guys are doing what you need to do on your end to reciprocate the energy. Please don't just come and sit. Somebody you know needs this live. Trust me when I say it. Somebody you know needs this live. Okay, and that's how you guys can help me. We need to get this message to the masses. Okay, all right. So your chakras, they're listed right here. Okay, you have 7 of them. They say you have plenty more, right? But we're going to talk about these 7 right here. Okay, now these chakras, you have your crown, you have your third eye, you have your throat, you have your heart, you have your solar plexus, you have your sacral, you have your root chakra, okay? All of these chakras are tied to specific organs, emotions, etc. within your body, right? Of course, your hormones, your immunity, all of this stuff is tied in together with your physical body. Okay, so I need you to understand this is why they're important. This is why it's important that we are knowledgeable of each of our chakras. Now, usually I'll go through each one of them and tell you exactly what they're tied to and how you recognize the blockages. We're not going to do that today. Catch one of my other replays, okay? But I want to let you know that we also have auras, okay? And I haven't talked much about this. We're going to get into this part today, all right? You have an aura, right? You have auras that are that are protecting your energetic body, okay? Like your skin protects you from the bacteria. Our skin protects us from bacteria. Well, you have auras that protect you, okay, as well, okay, from EMF exposure, right? From emotions from others, like their emotional projections onto you. What else? Collective fear, right? Collective fear, like when the masses is upset, things like that, right? Okay. The aura processes emotional data before it reaches your nervous system. Pay attention here. Your auras are protected. It's like they are basically, they're processing whatever emotional data that is coming towards you before it hits your nervous system. Okay? This is why we're talking about your traumas. All right? This is why we're talking about your traumas and the importance of the aura. Okay? So your aura is basically going to repel, it's there to repel any unwanted energies from other people, from environments, or, like I said, the EMFs exposure, right? So when your aura is strong, right, it prevents you from absorbing negativity that isn't yours. That's what the auras are there for, to protect you from energies that are not yours, okay? Now, this is where your unresolved trauma comes back into play. Grand Rising, everybody. Okay, if this is your first time here, make sure you hit that follow button now. This is where your unresolved traumas, the traumas you went through growing up, all the shit that you saw and experienced that you never healed from, all of the pain that you endured, right? All of the letdowns, the neglect, all of that. This is where this part comes into play. Okay? See, your traumas, they leave distortions in your auras. Yeah. Your traumas, okay? They leave rips, they leave holes in your aura. Okay? And I told you that your aura is there to protect you. Okay? Hi, the fulfilled her. Hey, magical butterfly. Hey, guys. Right? If your auras are there to protect you from these emotional, energetic disruptions, then we need to make sure that those traumas that we're experiencing, we're healing them. Okay? Okay? So this is protecting you before it gets to your nervous system. But if you got rips here from your past traumas that you haven't resolved, it's going to be a problem. Is this making sense so far? Give me a thumbs up. All right, just let me know that you're sort of grasping what I'm saying right here. Okay? Again, your aura is processing that emotional data before it reaches your nervous system. Okay? The aura is there to repel unwanted energies from other people, environments, and things like that. Okay? So when it's strong, it prevents you from absorbing the negativity. All right? If it's balanced, you don't get overwhelmed by collective fear. There's a lot of things going on right now in the world. Okay? If you have a strong aura, you're not going to be so phased emotionally, traumatically. You understand? You're going to understand, okay, that there's things going on here that are out of your control, and you'd rather go more with the flow. Okay? All right? You'd rather go more with the flow. Okay? When your aura is balanced, you don't get affected by the criticism of others. You're unfazed, baby. Okay? You ain't got time for that. You know that's about them. It ain't about you. It's about them. Right? Okay? When you have a strong aura, you aren't affected by the stress of others. You see? So look at your life right now. Here's a gauge Look at your life right now. What are your triggers? What is affecting you on a daily basis, so much so that it's really affecting your everyday life, your decisions that you make, the moves that you make? Yeah, pay attention, okay? Because it's going to tie into one of these auric bodies, these auric fields, okay? It's going to tie into this, all right? Okay? Now remember, your aura, I want you guys to know this, your auras, they're communicating with your chakras. I told you that your chakras are energy centers. Energy centers. Okay. Your aura is communicating with your chakras and your meridians. Your meridians are energy highways. They're like highways within your body. And the chakras are the centers, the meeting point. They're like the centers. They regulate everything, right? That's why you want them balanced. Okay, this is why you want them balanced. Let's make sure we're sharing the live, okay? All right, the aura is going to communicate with your chakras and meridians, and in turn, it regulates, okay? Your aura communicates with your chakras and meridians, and in turn, it regulates your what? Organs. It regulates your what? Hormones. It regulates your what? Immunity. Immune system. Hello. Immune system. Hold on now. This is how we're tying in the traumas, your traumas, how it's affecting your immune system. Are we seeing the connection? If there's anybody who's just getting in here and needs me to recap, say recap. Type recap in the comments. If there's anybody in here that needs a recap, type recap in the comments. Okay, pay attention. All right, pay attention. When you experience trauma, okay, and you don't resolve it, because everybody goes through shit, right? I'm talking about the trauma that you don't resolve. I'm talking about the trauma that you brushed under the rug 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I'm talking about the shit you ain't dealt with. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. No fault of your own, baby. You just been doing the best that you could. I love you so much. I'm not here to point fingers and point blame. Nah, we ain't got time for all that. We trying to get to the good stuff. We all about that healing. We ain't got time to point fingers. That's not what this is about. Okay? I'm letting you know how that unresolved trauma is affecting you physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. That's what I'm here to tell you about. Okay? And so how many of us are tired of being in the loops? We're tired of being stuck. We're tired of that shit. We're tired. We're tired. Okay? We want to get to good stuff. We about to walk into 2026. 4 months away, y'all. Get it together. Okay? Get it together. Get it together. Okay? Here we go. You have 7 chakras. Okay, catch one of my other lives where I go through each one of them and I'm explaining how they're tied into your organs, your hormones, and all of that, your emotions, all of that, right? So you have 7 chakras, and you also have auras. You have auras, okay? You know how you have skin? I'm recapping for you guys. You know how you have skin that protects you from bacteria, right? We also have auras that protect us energetically, okay? And so those auras are basically like they're breaking down, they're breaking down data, emotional data from the outside world before it gets to the nervous system. That's what it's trying to do. It's trying to protect us from collective fear. It's trying to protect us from EMF exposure. It's trying to protect us from things like that, right? People projecting their emotions onto you, toxic shit. That's what the aura is there for, right? How many of you guys can see auras? Okay. All right. So that's what the aura is there doing. The aura is going to repel unwanted energies from other people and environments and things like that, right? Okay, I'm doing this recap. Pay attention. Okay? So when your aura is strong, what is your aura doing? It's preventing you from absorbing negativity that's not yours. You're on phase. You don't care about the criticism from others. You don't care about all of the collective fear, what people are, projecting out there onto you. You don't care about that stuff. Okay? You're unfazed. Okay? You're unfazed. All right? If your aura is balanced, you don't get overwhelmed like that. Okay? Because your aura is processing that emotional data. Okay? It's processing it. When it's healthy, it's processing it so that it doesn't affect you in a negative way. Okay? All right? So now your aura is communicating with your what? Chakras. Your auras are communicating with your chakras and your meridians. Your chakras are the energy centers, and your meridians are the energy highways. Okay, you want both of them balanced, free, flowing freely. You want them both in balance and flowing freely. Okay, no blockages. All right. So because your chakras and meridians are tied to your organs, they're tied to your hormones. Is this making sense? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Is this making sense? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. And it's more importantly, all of it's important, but it's also your chakras, your meridians are tied to your immune system. This is how you understand how the traumas make you sick. Here we go. When you experience trauma and you don't resolve it, don't heal from it, that creates distortions, tears in your energy, in your auric field. Do we see this? Okay. It causes these distortions. Okay. When there are distortions, rips, holes in your aura, if your aura is communicating with your chakras and meridians, which is affecting your immune system, we better take care of that aura. Okay? Because when we don't, those rips, holes, and distortions cause dis-ease to manifest. Those rips and holes and distortions in your aura cause repeated trauma cycles. How many of you guys have been stuck in the same damn relationship loops? You're like, what the fuck? I know I dated this person before. I know I felt this energy before. Why am I stuck in a loop? Why am I dating someone like my mother, my father, my this, my that? Why am I stuck in these loops? Your aura. Okay? That unresolved trauma. Right? How many of you guys are dealing with mental things? Anxiety, depression, low self-worth. Yeah. Overthinking, fears, phobias. Let's take a look at that aura. Oh, yeah. How many of you guys have ever been able to take a look at your chakras, your meridians, and the distortions in your aura? How many of you guys have done that? Raise your hand. If you have not, okay, if you have not seen your distortions, what's keeping you from progressing, if you have not seen which chakras are out of alignment for you, if you have not seen your meridians, okay, that's a problem. That's a problem, okay? If you have not, you need to go here. Get a bioscan. Get a bioscan. This is it's a no-brainer. A bioscan, right now it's half off. Regular price $200, baby, is $97. Back to school sale. Okay, let me explain. The bioscan is going to show you all of your distortions that's getting in the way, okay? Getting in the way of your health. Let me show you what one looks like really quickly. Then we're going to get back to the lesson, okay? This is what it looks like, okay? You're going to get 6 reports. They're going to look a little something like this, okay? They're gonna look a little something like this. It's half off, baby. I'm doing a back to school sale. It's only $97. The link is in the While I'm on the live, it's on sale. Take advantage, okay? That's my gift to you. I can't do nothing better than that, okay? Everybody know I don't ever go that low, so take advantage, okay? The regular price is $200 because this is all that's included. Number one, this is science-backed technology. This is used by scientists and doctors. I invested in good technology, okay? A doctor actually scanned me. That's how I found out about the information. So you're going to get 6 reports, okay? They're going to look a little something like this. There's tons of reports. You're going to get the ones that your body is trying to tell you. What is your body wanting to say to you? So you get 4 trauma reports. I call these trauma reports. Trauma reports because they're telling you what your trauma is. They're telling you how it's affecting your body. They're telling you where it's making you ill. Okay, that's 4 of those reports. You also get a chakras report. Let's see which chakras are out of alignment for you. Okay, you don't have to guess anymore. Why you gotta guess? Why you gotta guess? You don't. You also get a meridians report. I don't have that one printed out, but you get a meridians report showing you exactly which of your meridians is off. See, this is next level because you know why? We want the resolution. We want the resolution. Who cares that we could tell what your traumas are? Yeah, we love it. Okay. But we want the resolution, right? We want to protect this. Who wants to protect their aura? Who wants to align their chakras? Who wants to make sure that they can have the success that they want, that they're not having these blockages, that they're not making themselves ill? Raise your hand or give me a thumbs up. You see? Because let me show you how this is that much of advanced technology. Let me show you what these bioscans that I do. There's a lot of biofeedback technology out there. Do your research. Do your research. I'm talking about what I do. Okay? And it's because of the work that I do. I help people transform their lives. So I got to know what's going on, right? Look at what happens on these scans, okay? See, it's going to tell us what frequency you are at. And then it's going to tell us what frequency you need to be listening to. See, a lot of people are simply, what are they doing? I'm showing over here on YouTube. This is where the frequency, where you are, but it also gives us a corrective note for you, okay? This is very important. Why? Why is it important? Because a lot of us are listening to general solfeggio frequencies, like on YouTube. I've been a frequency advocate for 16 years, so I get it. I love solfeggio frequencies. The problem is when you are working on healing, when you're working on your body, your specific body, you have to know what's off. How do you know what's off? You've got to know what is off. Okay? All right? So how do you know where you stand if you don't get a scan? You're playing the guessing game. And this is why your transformation and your healing is taking that long. Okay? I've been studying this mindset stuff for 22 years, baby. I've been studying manifestation for about 16 years. Been a frequency advocate for about 16 years, baby. I am one of the best. And I'm telling you, if I would have started this 22 years ago, what I would have told myself then is get a scan and heal yourself through frequency. Period. Why waste time? Frequency is going to, you got to understand, let me show you something. When you get a bioscan and it generates your frequency, you get sent a frequency instrument, okay? It's on the website. You can just go there and listen to your corrective notes. But it's next level because, okay, one, we can measure your transformation. See, after we scan you, we can also implement the frequencies right there in real time. And we can see the shift immediately. Immediately. You could be anywhere in the world. This can be done virtually. We're going to get back to the lesson, okay? But you guys know where to go to take advantage of that half off. I never go below 111 for this scan, guys, okay? So this is your time to take advantage of this beautiful gift, okay, from me, okay? It's not a machine. Everything is done virtually, okay? Congratulations to whoever that was that got your scan. Please check your email okay, and make sure that you have your info packet. You immediately get emailed an info packet, okay? All right, you guys know where to go for that, okay? Now let's get back into the lesson. If anybody has any questions about the bioscan, put it in the comments and I'll make sure to ask you that, okay? I mean, I'll make sure to answer. It's not a machine. How does it work? Yes. So this technology, okay, again, science backed, right? Used by doctors and scientists. What it does is it's reading your energy. It's reading your frequency. So you know how, like, I could sit up here and say, you guys can say, how you feeling, Nakia? And I can say, oh my gosh, I feel great. And the whole time I'm lying, right? So the machine, the technology, it reads your energy. Energy doesn't lie. So I can say that I'm okay, but I could be lying, right? And that's what that technology is going to pull. It's going to pull your truth. Okay, it's using frequency and what's used in lie detector tests basically to determine your truth. And through that, we are able to see where you stand frequency wise. Okay, all right, all right. So once you make your purchase, you guys get sent an info packet. It tells you the technology I use, as well as how to prep your body for the scan. Okay. All right. So let me get back into the lesson. Okay. If we have any questions, what questions do we have about the aura? What questions do we have about healing? Put it in the comments for me. Okay. What questions do we have? Okay. Where am I from? Originally Louisiana. Okay. But I did some growing up in Virginia. Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Tyreek, the geek, what's your question? Okay, it's technology. I have technology, right? Okay, and I offer a service. Okay. When you make your purchase, you get instructions on how to prep your body for the virtual scan. Okay. It's utilizing technology that's used in lie detector tests as well as frequency, okay, to determine your truth and your scan, okay, your energy scan. I'm not sure what else you want to know. Okay. Can we go to primary care doctor to get a reference to do a bioscan? You don't need a reference for a bioscan. The doctor that scanned me, she owns her own wellness practice and she works, I guess, in the hospitals. So she does work with, regular Western medicine. But what she does for her clients is she does her standard, evaluation, but she also scans with this technology. And then she pairs the two together to find organic, natural ways to help her clients, right? So it's a beautiful thing. And let's see. So I have to connect something. No, we need your voice, baby. We need your voice. Okay. All right. Let's get back into the lesson. All right. Okay. So maybe I'll go over the chakras really quickly. Your aura is basically the first line of defense. Okay, for your energetic being, for your health overall, right? Your aura is. So when it's strong, you're gonna feel protected. You're gonna feel grounded, right? You're gonna feel like unfazed, unshakable, can't touch you, type of thing. Okay. And when it's weak, you absorb negativity. A lot of you guys are walking around talking about negative shit all the damn time. Your aura is off. You got some distortions there, some serious distortions. Okay. All right. You may struggle with boundaries, like setting healthy boundaries if your aura is off, right? If your aura is weak. Okay. Look at your life right now. That's another way to gauge. But if you want to take the guesswork out of it, get a bioscan, right? What are some ways to keep your aura healthy? Do we want to know that? Okay. What are some ways to keep your aura healthy? All right. Grand Rising, everybody. Who knows? Can somebody put some ways here in the comments? How do we keep our aura healthy? Okay. All right. Okay, because each chakra is feeding energy into both the physical body and the surrounding auric field. All right. And when that trauma happens, remember, that's going to disrupt the flow. It's going to leave holes, distortions, overactivity, all of that stuff, which is going to affect your mind. It's going to affect your body. It's going to affect all of that. How do we keep our aura healthy? Someone says self-care, thinking positive. Yes, Listening to music, yes, certain music, frequency music, high vibrational music, yes. Speaking, using water, speaking into your water, yes, absolutely. I love this, Tyreek. I love it. Walking in nature, yes, these are all different ways. I love this. Taking time away to reflect and process, I love that. Hydrations, emotions equals energy. Okay, yes. Um, let's see what else. I'm sort of scrolling up. I am scrolling up. Okay, let's see. Good sleep, good music. Not all music is created the same, okay? Not all music is created the same. These are great ways, guys. Great ways. Meditating, yoga, right? Acupuncture, things like that. Okay? So most certainly participate in some type of regular self-care. Okay? You must be committed to it, right? Exactly. High vibrational foods. Yes. So what is important is that we are consistent. This is why I offer the bioscans, because it generates your corrective frequencies. So all you have to do is press play. That's it. You just press play, right? It's not a lot of it's like you can do it on the go. You can keep it on the go, right? And the reason why it's so important to keep our frequency balanced is because you got to understand, you can go and get Reiki done. You can leave out of there and then get into a bad argument, or something can happen and instantly affect your frequency, right? So we got to understand it's important to keep it balanced. Keep it balanced. Hey, Dottie. Dottie got a scan up in here. Hey, Dottie. Congratulations to the ones that are taking advantage, baby. Dottie knows she didn't pay $97. Okay. Dottie did not pay $97 for her scan. Good luck to the ones that are taking advantage, okay? This is my gift to you. I know you guys are school shopping, etc., okay? So yes, high vibrational music is going to help you heal your auras, then therefore affect your chakras, and therefore affect your nervous system. Okay. All right. What questions do we have about chakras? Your root chakra. Let's talk about this one. I'm going to go into the chakras. Okay. I didn't think I was going to go into them, but I'm going to go into them. Okay. Your root chakra. Let's talk about that. Okay. So that is connected to that etheric body, okay? That's closest to the physical body. If you guys see here, I color-coded them for you, okay? I color-coded them for you. So you see right here, that etheric body, that is tied into the root. Same color, okay? And I'm sorry about how they're so close in color, but I wanted to make sure that you guys really could see the differences, okay? Let me do this. There we go. Can you guys see that? There we go. That should help you. Okay. Make sure you guys are sharing, okay, guys? Everybody needs to wake up to this type of information, okay? Now that root chakra, that is going to be tied into your what? Your safety, your stability, right? Your groundedness, your strong immune system. Your root chakra, that has to be strong. It has to be clear. It has to be balanced, right? Okay. So, what are some examples of trauma that could be affecting your root chakra? Okay. I'm going to mention some. Maybe you have experienced this. Okay. Is the root chakra thing for building ego? Well, it's definitely going to tie into your self-confidence. Yes. If you don't feel safe, secure, you're not going to feel confident, and therefore you're not going to be able to, confidently create and produce the things that you want out here, etc. Right? So absolutely. Yes, Dottie. I love that, Dottie. Essay. Okay. Trauma that could impact this root chakra. Childhood neglect. Anybody ever experienced this? Poverty. Abandonment, instability in your family or your home, any of that is going to affect and make tears in that etheric body, okay? Etheric body, okay? It's going to create, that's the part that is going to affect, the one closest to your physical body. Okay, are you guys following me? Give me a thumbs up. Okay? Give me a thumbs up. Okay? All right? What about that sacral chakra? You see, that sacral chakra, this one is tied to your emotional body. That's that second line right outside of your physical body. Okay? That's that second line right there. Okay? Now, with that one, all right, when it's healthy, you're creative. Okay? When it's healthy, you feel sensual. When it's healthy, you feel pleasure. You feel healthy emotional flow. When that sacral chakra doesn't have any rips, doesn't have any tears. Hey, Ro! Mwah! Okay? Is this making sense? Give me a thumbs up, guys. Okay? Give me a thumbs up. Okay? Let's make sure we're understanding this. You don't have to worry about taking notes. The replay is on YouTube. Okay? Now, this is where essay, sexual abuse, things like that. Thank you, guys. This is where that's going to be affecting you. Okay? If you've ever experienced sexual abuse, body shaming, or rejection, this is going to cause distortions. Thank you, honeys. This is going to cause distortions in your emotional auric field. Okay? It's going to cause distortions there. All right? All right? That's going to be affecting you. These are all tied into certain organs, certain hormones. Take a look at your health right now. What are you dealing with? If you cannot engage it yourself, get a bioscan, guys. I cannot express this enough. If you don't know what's blocking you, if you don't know, because all of this is tied into your health, emotional health, physical health, all of it. You need to know. You need to know. You need to know. Yeah. You need to be proactive with your health. You need to be proactive with your emotional well-being. Okay? And so when this is distorted, that sacral chakra, when that sacral chakra is distorted, what are you going to experience? What are some examples of what you may experience? Okay? Difficulty in intimacy. Okay? You're going to struggle being intimate, right? Maybe you're going to suppress certain emotions. Okay? You're going to keep a lot within. Okay? Maybe you develop addictions. Oh, yeah. Yes, Tyreek, absolutely. Because, again, this is tying into organs, hormones, all of that. Where's my chakra scan? See, when you get a chakra scan, when you get your bioscan, right, you get a chakras report in there. Okay, let me show you. You see these chakra reports? It's showing us right here everything that is tied into, right? What you're going to experience. You're going to get a key with each of these. Sorry, I'm live on YouTube as well. You're going to get a key with each of these, okay? All right? So that you know, and you know what to look out for. We have to start being proactive with our health. These are half off right now. Regular price is $200. You know I don't go this low. Take advantage of the sale, the back to school sale I'm doing. Okay. All right. Let's move on to this solar plexus chakra. Let's move on to the solar plexus chakra. This one is tied into your mental body. That mental aura right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And see this, I could go so deep with the healing of this. Okay. Is a basket. The doctors, there's some doctors and scientists that use the same technology that I do and give you these same reports. They charge $1,200. Same reports, same frequency instrument, same technology. I'm charging you $97. You know why? Because this should be available to us all. It should be available. This should be available to us all. It should have been available in school. We should be scanning kids, scanning our babies. Okay. Yo, this is virtual. This is virtual, baby. This is virtual. You can, I have clients in Australia, UK, Jamaica, Amsterdam, every damn where. It doesn't matter. I had to invest in technology that I could trust that could be used anywhere in the world because 98% of my clients are not here in the Philadelphia area. If you're in the Philadelphia area, I can scan you personally, right? You know, and I do have instruments that I use when I scan you personally, but we have a way now to scan our clients all over the world. No, I'm not on Instagram. I'm on YouTube and I'm on TikTok. Okay. This replay will be available on my YouTube lives. Okay. Later today. They take a while to generate the videos, but I'm live on YouTube right now. This is where you guys go. Okay. No, it's not going to be this low on Friday. I'm going to tell you that now. I do not do it this low. The lowest I typically go is like 111, and that's sometimes. But I'll do sales like 150, you know, take $20 off here and there. I'm doing this half off. I did it yesterday. I'm doing it today. I don't know. You in Philly? Oh, nice. Okay, it's a little bit more to do in-person scans, but in-person scans are not necessary, guys. They're not necessary, okay? Just get the regular tier 1 bioscan. The tier 2 is if you need a consultation. You want to talk with me? You want a 60 to 90-minute consultation? Let's break your things down, your scans down, your reports, and I welcome you into my mentorship program. You get access to me every other week, and you get class replays. That's going to be tier 2, okay? Only 97 with the sale. It's only 97. This is while I'm live, guys. Take advantage of it. You guys know where to go. You guys are smart people. Go to the in the bio, okay? I'm going to get back to the lesson. Congratulations to the ones who have been taking advantage, okay? I'm just letting you guys know because it ain't ever this low. So good luck with that. Okay, now let's go over, where was I? We was talking about, the solar plexus. This one is tied into that mental auric body, okay? That mental auric field, okay? Now, let's talk about that one. When it's healthy, you have a high self-worth, okay? When that solar plexus is healthy, when it's not distorted, when it doesn't have any traumas there lingering, festering, okay? This is where you have a high self-worth. This is where you have willpower to get things done. Okay, this is where you have a true sense of who you are, identity, right? This is where you have confidence. If you have a strong solar plexus, you're going to experience things like that, right? But let's talk about the traumas that may affect that solar plexus, okay? All right, so traumas that may affect that solar plexus are criticism. If you were criticized a lot as a youngster, right? How many of us were criticized? Our parents were so worried about what other people were going to think, and so they made you critical of what you were doing, what you look like, what you had on, what you would. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if that was you. Okay. If you have been controlled, right? A lot of control, humiliated, okay? Pressure to perform. That's going to cause distortions in that solar plexus. Yeah, my Jamaican family, baby, American, over here too, okay? It don't even matter. They just be tripping, okay? So this can show up. You're going to know when your solar plexus is out of alignment when you're overthinking things, when you're too self-critical of something. Everything's got to be perfect type of thing. You won't pursue your business, your goals right now because something's not perfect, right? That type of thing, right? Low confidence, anger issues. That solar plexus is out of alignment. Okay? Digestive problems. How many people dealing with digestive problems? Take a look at that solar plexus. See, this is why it's so important to get those bioscans. Okay? Because the bioscan is going to tell us, hey, let me see. Let me show one that had the digestive issues. This one's the large intestine. Okay, so right here, look at this person. Dealing with what? Extreme sadness, And when you're dealing with, when you're dealing with, let me stand back here because I'm live on YouTube and on TikTok. When you're dealing with extreme sadness, it's going to affect your digestive issues, right? And so it'll tell you here on your report. It's going to tell you on your report. Okay? You don't have to guess anymore, guys. We don't have to guess with our healing. We can just scan ourselves, figure out what's holding us back, and play the frequency that's going to correct us. Baby, we ain't got time to waste. Who got time to waste? This is your life. Get it together. Stop wasting time. We're 4 months away from 2026. Are you fucking stuck? Are you been looping? Have you been doing the same shit for years? Get your ass up out of that. Get up out of it. Right? Get out of it. At some point, you just got to take some movement, some action towards what it is and where you need to be. You got to get tired. You got to get tired of being looped in the same shit over and over again. Is this making sense? Sorry if I'm being too, But I mean, I say this stuff with love. Because I bring you guys resources, tools. I bring you guys books. I bring you guys all the things that you need to just get to it. We ain't got time to waste. Stop wasting your time. Life is precious. You don't know if you're going to be here next week. Shit, get it together today. Get it together. Okay, let's talk about that heart chakra, right? That heart chakra. Let's talk about that one. Okay, that heart chakra, that one's going to be tied to your astral body. Of course, this is bridging love and connection. So you see that green right there? That's going to be right in the middle. Okay, that's going to be right in the middle. Okay, all right. So when your heart chakra is healthy, right, you are experiencing compassion. You are experiencing forgiveness, healthy relationships, balance. Let's talk about some traumas that you may have experienced that could be causing distortions in that aura that's affecting your heart chakra, which is then affecting your physical well-being, your nervous system, your organs, making you sick, making you ill. You ever seen somebody pass away from a broken heart? I have. You ever seen somebody pass away from a broken heart? I have. Okay? I have. Right? But let me tell you what else could be affecting that heart chakra. Okay? Grief. Losing someone, right? That can cause a distortion in your heart aura. I mean, in that aura right there. That's your astral body. In your astral aura, okay? And therefore cause a distortion in your heart chakra, cause a blockage there, okay? All right? And then when that happens, guess what? It's no good. Right? All right. You are down, right? If you've ever experienced betrayal, how many of you guys have experienced any of these? Betrayal, grief, rejection, abandonment, okay? All of that is going to puncture that astral aura. Anybody experienced any of those? Okay. Your symptoms are going to include emotional numbness, okay, overgiving, okay. You overgiving to people, not taking care of self, okay. Codependency, you know that you're dealing with heart issues, heart chakra issues, okay. Or if you even experience heart or lung issues, you know that there's some distortions in your astral body affecting your heart chakra. Okay, guys? Is this making sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. Any questions? Please let me know in the comments, okay? Please let me know in the comments, all right? Okay? We need to know our unresolved trauma is causing rips, holes, distortions in our body, which is then causing us to develop dis-ease. Okay? Repeated trauma cycles, life patterns. Baby, you stuck in the same loop. You're dating the same person, stuck in the same career. You got career stagnation. It's just crazy. You depressed every other month or every year. You stuck in. It's just these loops, unhealthy loops. Okay? Mental illness, anxiety, depression, overthinking, fears, phobias, things like that. Okay? All right? And more. If you do not know where your distortions are, first of all, if you don't know what your traumas are, your limiting beliefs and things like that, if you don't know what they are, you need a bioscan. If you don't know what's giving you that chronic pain, what's causing your hormones to be off, if you don't know what's causing your mind to keep going in them loops, you need a bioscan. If you feel stuck, like you're trying to progress in life, baby, you know what you need to be doing, but for some reason, something invisible is there blocking you, you need a bioscan. Okay? You need a bioscan. Okay? Oh, thank you, Madison. Madison says, listen to this queen. She has helped me transform my life. Mwah! Baby, it's you doing the work. I'm just a vessel here giving information. The only way transformation can happen is if people actually implement it. So I'm so proud of you. It is you, girl. It is you, baby. You doing it. And I'm so very proud of you. Because a lot of people will come, they'll absorb, but they don't implement. You should be very proud of yourself. Pat yourself on the back. You understand? Action takers. These are the people that transform their lives. Action takers. When they are, you got to understand, we're on a journey. We're all on different journeys. Okay? But you got to look at your life like a video game. Oh yeah, you're playing a video game. And every single day, every moment, the universe, the divine is sending you clues. If you're too distracted by video games, pussy, dick, TV, drugs, toxic individuals. I keep it all the way real over here. I love y'all, right? Can talk about you because I've been there. Okay? But if you're too distracted, you will miss all of the signs. You will miss all of the signs happening right here, right now. Depression will keep you distracted because you're too busy focused on the damn past. You can't see what's right in front of you. You can't see the gifts, the signs, the messages, the synchronicities right now because you're too focused on the past. You see, you got to know you're playing a game right here. Open your eyes. You're getting clues all the time. Follow the clues. Follow. Okay? Right? Let's get back into the lesson. What about the throat chakra? Let's talk about that throat chakra, right? Okay? If you guys need the service, you guys know where it is. It's half up. Okay? Right there. Just go there. You will see it. Okay? So that throat chakra, right? This one is tied into that etheric template body, right? Okay, so it's tied into this one, that template body. Okay, the third one to the outside. Okay, that light blue there. Okay, and this one right here is, and when you're healthy, when it's healthy, you are authentically able to express yourself. Authentically. Okay, genuinely able to be yourself, speak your truth. Okay, you're able to be creative in your communication. You know when that throat chakra is clear. Okay. Okay. Yeah, when you have communication problems, you know it's something going on right there. Okay. What are some things that can cause you to have blockages there? Let's talk about that. Okay. Silencing. People silencing you. Shut up. Don't tell anybody. You know, a lot of people were abused as youngsters, and their family members protected the criminals. Anybody ever experienced that? You went through trauma, and then your family was protecting the wrong person. You were forced to silence yourself. Silence yourself. You had to keep it in, not tell anyone. You had to deal with that. You had to still see that person. It's kind of crazy. Kind of fucking disgusting, isn't it? Excuse my potty mouth, but it is. Kind of disgusting. Good for you, Corolla. Okay? Exactly. Good for you. Okay? So, silencing, being ignored. How many of you guys felt ignored? You weren't paid attention to. That could block your throat chakra. Okay? What else? Punished for your self-expression. You're expressing your truth. Some people may try to come out about, their sexuality or certain things, and, they're punished for it. Their family disowns them. Things like that. Right? Being bullied, yes. Shut down. Yeah, you will shut down in fear of being misunderstood. Absolutely. You guys are getting it. Y'all are getting it. Right? So that throat chakra, right? We need to make sure that this is healed, because this is going to lead to a fear of you speaking up. Okay? Blocked creativity, thyroid issues. Okay? Thyroid issues, or chronic sore throats, strep throat, things like that. Okay? Is this resonating? Give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. We do not have to guess. Okay? We do not have to guess. All right? With our health anymore, guys. We do not have to guess. All right? Okay? I am not a doctor. Okay? This is a scan to measure your emotional energy. What does a bioscan look for? Emotional energy. But guess what? When we're looking at your emotional energy, somehow, some way, this is tied into your physical well-being. So you take this information and you be proactive with your health. Okay? You be proactive with your health. Take it to your doctor. If you're experiencing chronic pain, hey doctor, I got an energy scan. I have had these traumas in my life. I have been experiencing this pain. Can you check me out? Can you make sure I'm okay with it in this department? Be proactive with your health. You understand? I cannot tell you how many times I've been in a consultation. We're talking about trauma. We're talking about overcoming limiting beliefs. I scan them and they say, oh my gosh, I'm already dealing with that health issue that the scan pulls up. They don't say anything to me. They say, wow, how did it know that? How did it know that? Oh yeah. This is next level stuff, right? Next level. Let's get to the next chakra. Let's get to the next chakra, okay? What about that third eye chakra here? You see that one? That's the second to the outside one. What about that third eye chakra? Okay? That third eye chakra, this one is tied into that celestial body, right? Okay? And so we got to understand here, right, that we need that clear. We need that healthy. Why? Because that's going to tie into your intuition, okay, your spiritual vision, that third eye there, right? Okay, so we want it healthy so we can have clarity, have insight, have inner vision, right? Let me talk about the traumas that affects that third eye. Okay, when people gaslight you. Anybody ever been gaslit before? Oh yeah. Constant invalidation, right? Okay, being told your perception is wrong. That's an example, right? Okay, all of that creates like a fog within your third eye. It blocks it, right? And then that's going to cause confusion, lack of trust in your intuition. You're not going to even trust yourself. Okay, you're going to question everything. It could even cause headaches or nightmares when that third eye is distorted. Okay, what are we talking about, guys? How your traumas, your unresolved traumas, are affecting your auras, which are then tied into your chakras. And your chakras and meridians are tied into your organs, your emotions, your immune system, etc. So this is how I'm showing you guys how your traumas, your unresolved traumas are making you sick ultimately. We're seeing how it's connected. Okay? All right. Any questions? Give me put it in the comments. All right. Now that crown chakra, this one's the last one. This one's on the top right here. Okay, that's tied to that outer catheric template right here, right? That causal body, that soul purpose. This ties in. See, a lot of people that I work with, they're like, I don't know what I'm here for. How many of you guys are still trying to figure out your purpose? Right? Yeah, Neek, exactly. How many of you guys are still trying to figure out your purpose? Right? Okay, let's talk about that crown chakra. Okay, that crown chakra, we want it healthy, because when that crown chakra is healthy, right, that's your connection to the divine. That's your connection to the divine. Okay, we need that healthy. Okay, that is connected to your spiritual guidance, your higher purpose. All right. Okay, you want your crown chakra clear. Now, what's going to cause that distortion there? What causes that trauma there? Okay, what causes that? Anybody know? Okay, some religious stuff, religious dogma, if you will. Okay, all religions are welcome here. Okay, I was raised Christian Baptist. Okay, all religions are welcome here. We don't judge here. And some of us need religion. We need it. You do what you need to do. This is your journey. Don't let anybody tell you different. But we know that there's some religious people out here in positions where they're not quite leading people appropriately. That's what we're talking about. Okay? We know them. Okay? All right? Spiritual abuse can affect your crown chakra. Feeling abandoned by God can fracture the leg. I've worked with people and they feel abandoned by God. They feel like God let them down. They feel like, so that's going to affect your connection there, right? It's going to affect your connection there, okay? And so it's going to make you you're going to feel lost. You're going to feel like your meaning of life is lost. No purpose. Okay? All right? So take your screenshots, guys. Take your screenshot. So what is this showing us? Trauma happens in layers. Layers. Okay? Layers. Okay? All right? So a fight with your parents, like at 6 years old, it might not just sit in the mind, right? It might not just sit right here in the mind. It's going to show up in the auric layer that responds to that chakra. So whatever happened in that argument that affected you, right? It doesn't just stay right there in your thoughts. It's going to affect that particular aura, depending on what it was about. Okay. Absolutely. Breathing definitely helps. Yeah. Breathing helps heal your aura. You got to be consistent with these things, okay? Because things can affect your aura every day. That's why you get a bioscan, you get the frequencies, your corrective frequencies generated. So all you got to do is press play. Listen really quickly, guys. Quiet. Listen. You guys hear that? That's my frequencies, my corrective notes. While I'm teaching you guys, my body is being healed. While I'm teaching you guys, my chakras are being aligned. While I'm teaching you guys, my meridians are being cleared. That's how powerful this stuff is. On the go healing. On the go healing. Half off. Okay? All right. So trauma lives in layers, basically. Over time, that unhealed trauma. See, what's happening is I told you that your auras are tied into your chakras, which are connected with your meridians, right? Your aura is connected to your meridians and chakras, which is affecting your nervous system, your immune system, right? So if there's a lot of trauma here that's unresolved, your immune system is then weakened. Your immune system isn't protecting you anymore. Your immune system is auto attacking. This is a problem. This is a problem. Okay? This is a problem. Okay? And so what else? What else? What are your other questions? What did I forget? I talked about the auras. Okay, I talked about all of the auras. I talked about the trauma and how it's affecting your auras. Your aura is the energetic record keeper of your life, basically. It's like it's keeping records of all the shit you done gone through. Everything that you didn't resolve. How can I get the bioscan for someone that doesn't have to? Yeah. All you do is grab it, okay? And when you grab it, that the info packet that is immediately downloaded, sent to you, you send that link to them, okay? And I scan them, okay? So just let them know when they send me everything that I need to put the person who purchased it, their name. So you got to put your name, because in my website, you know, when I send the results, I have to know who I'm sending it to. Okay. Can you take on someone else's shit? Yes, you can take on someone else's stuff. That's why the aura protects you from outside emotional projection, collective fear, things like that. That's what it's doing. It's protecting you. It's trying to, at least. That's why you heal your traumas, whatever you personally experience. Okay? All right? What you personally experience. Okay? Okay, what else do you guys want to know? All right. If you don't, let me explain this. If you don't resolve your traumas, you're going to be in a loop. That's just what it is. Look at your damn life now. How long you been living? Are you repeating loops? It's only because you haven't resolved this. That's it. Get to the healing and keep it moving. We make things too complicated. We really do. Okay, if so, how do you let go of those things after energetic shift? So your goal is always, right, to be focused on where you're going. That's why I go over mind mastery stuff too. I talk about mind mastery, frequency healing, as well as intentional movement, manifestation, right? Those are my 3 ascension keys. You master these 3 things, you propel in your life. That's why you need to go here, go to the link in the profile, and when you go to get a bioscan, you can go down to option number 2, tier 2. Tier 2 gets you my bioscan. It gets you my mentorship program, access to me bi-weekly. We have bi-weekly classes. We have guest speakers all the time. We had a relationship expert last class. We had a Reiki master come in a few weeks ago. We have a spiritual teacher coming in on the 7th. Okay, so it just depends on where you are in your journey. But if you need mind mastery help, you need to be in my program. Okay? What other questions do we have? We don't want to be stuck in the loops, right? We do not want to be stuck in the loops, okay? Right? We're getting up out of that today. We're walking into 2026. Get your ass up out the loops. Invoke some change in your life. Get to the good stuff. I'm here to tell you I've transformed my entire life. Entire freaking life. You can too. I've helped thousands of people transform their life. I can help you too. Just follow the directions. You ain't got to do nothing. Follow the directions. That's it. Right? That's it. Okay. And so let's see. What else do I want to talk about that I haven't talked about today? Okay. That we haven't talked about. I talked about how your aura is repelling unwanted energies from other people, environments, and things like that. EMF exposure. Okay. We've talked about how your aura is basically processing that emotional data before it reaches your nervous system. Okay. We've talked about how the aura is communicating with your chakras and meridians, which then is regulating your organs, your immune system, and hormones and things like that. The bioscan, when you get a bioscan, right, that's going to detect those weak spots. Okay, so it's going to tell which emotional frequencies are distorting your aura. We're going to be able to see all of that. We don't have to guess, right? The chakra and meridian scans that you get, right? That's going to show where your energy isn't flowing properly. Where's my chakra report? When you get a chakra report, that's going to show us which of your chakras are blocked. Which of your chakras are blocked? Which of your meridians is blocked? I didn't print a meridians report, but this is a sample chakras report. You can see how much this person's chakras are blocked. You can see how many blockages this person has. Yeah, it's a service I offer. Okay. Yes, it's a service I offer. I invested in the technology so that I can offer this service to my clients all over the world. Okay. And yes, it is accurate. I have tons of reviews. There may still be some people in here who have gotten scanned by me. If you've gotten scanned by me on YouTube or TikTok, raise your hand. Okay. Raise your hand. Okay. So the chakras and meridian scans are going to show where that energy isn't flowing properly. And so that's important. It's vital to your success, to your growth, to your overall well-being. All right. And then that custom frequency instrument is going to generate your appropriate frequencies that's going to help heal this. That is the key. That's the magic. That's what I love about this service that I offer to my clients. We get the opportunity to help you heal. That's so important to me. Okay. If there's anybody here that does not, cannot make a purchase right now, but you want me to keep you on my email list, go ahead and fill out the form right here on the TikTok page. Okay. I have everything pinned right there. You guys can send me messages on YouTube if you want to get added to my email list. Okay. Okay. What is the name of your mentoring program? The Complete Identity Shift Program. If you want the bioscan so you can figure out your traumas, and the mentorship program so that you can then start getting started on your new identity now that you know what you're dealing with, get the bundle, guys. Save yourself some money and just get the bundle. Okay. Bye, Dottie. Bye, my sweet Dottie. Okay. You guys have a few more minutes to take advantage of this offer. Half off. I'm getting ready to get off of here in just a few moments. I need your questions. This is your time to ask those questions about manifestation, mindset, healing. This is your time, okay? If anybody wants to see that frequency instrument, see what it looks like, what you will be utilizing every single day for your KK. So you want to go here to my profile, my TikTok profile, and you will see this. Okay. And you want to go down to where it says healing, get a bioscan. Okay. I have people that have found it. I'm not sure. Yeah, I do the bioscan without being in person. Okay, because it's utilizing the same technology that's used in like lie detector tests as well as frequency to determine your distortions. So you can be anywhere in the world. KK, let me take you to my computer and show you exactly where to go. Is there anyone else in here that's having issues? It looks like I have a ton of people who have found it with no problem. Okay, I'm going to get ready to sign off here on YouTube. If you missed the top of the class, wait for YouTube to re-upload this live. You don't have to. You didn't miss anything. You could just watch the replay. If you're watching me on YouTube or TikTok, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube. I'm going to get ready to take you guys here on TikTok to my computer so I can show you where to make that purchase. If you're on YouTube, you can just go to that in the description. Okay. Any questions? What type of music do I listen to? Yes, I only listen to high vibe music. Okay. Love you guys. I'm going to sign off here on YouTube. You guys have a few more minutes to take advantage of that half off, guys. Good luck.